So in today's video, I decided to start a new series for the channel, and that series is going to be Fatal Frame Ghost Analysis. The first ghost that we're going to talk about is Kageri Sendou. And if you're new to the channel, we talk about anime, gaming, and conventions, and I kind of felt like in this moment, I wanted to show some love to those early supporters of the channel, and that is none other than Fatal Frame fans. If any of that sounds remotely intriguing to you, please consider subscribing. With that out of the way, let's just jump right into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Ryofu, and you are watching The Gaming Harbinger. Before I go any further into the video, I do want to give a little disclaimer because the topics that are going to be discussed in this video, they are a little heavy and on the dark side, so parental discretion is advised. I will also have to word stuff a little differently due to the subject matter, but you're gonna know what I mean, and I'm doing this mainly to appease YouTube. If you've been on YouTube for any amount of time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Kageri Sendou is a ghost that appears in Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Her story starts with Kageri confessing her feelings to her twin sister, Kaoru. Yes, you heard me right. Don't make me repeat it. Kageri also had this weird obsession with death. She felt like Kaoru was alive, but Kageri saw herself as dead. So Kaoru needed to be just like her so they could be one. Clearly, Kageri has some mental issues, and of course the reaction from Kaoru was not warmly received. So in the next section, it's a little more open-ended. I'm pretty much going off of journal entries that you come across throughout the game. So there is definitely going to be some room for interpretation. And if your interpretation is a little different from mine, please let me know. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. From looking at the notes in the game, it does appear that Kaoru rejected Kageri's confession of love. However, it does seem she kind of acquiesced on the part of both of them needing to be dead. So Kageri pushes Kaoru down a set of stairs. Now, after being paralyzed, it seemed as if Kaoru regret not saying or doing anything. From her perspective, Kageri's mental health was only getting worse. Kaoru decided to unalive herself and leave a note stating that she knows there is no way to escape her sister, but she hopes the light will shine into Kageri's darkness. After this, Kageri creates a doll and she puts it in a wheelchair to replace her sister. At this point, I believe her parents sent her away to get some help. The odd thing is that this doll looked nothing like her sister, but however, you know, it's really whatever Kageri thinks, so she's rolling with it. So she uses this doll to replace her sister, and she decides to name the doll Watashi, which means I or me in Japanese. It is believed that Kageri witnessed Sakya Haribara walk in the courtyard during the Day of Tranquility. This was around the time when Kageri blossomed. If you look in Kageri's spirit notes, it says that Kageri is her family's secret shame. When it comes to fighting Kageri and Watashi, it can be a pain, I'll be honest with you. The thing is that you do have to fight two ghosts at the same time. And the thing with Watashi is that I don't know if it's, my memory is bad in terms of playing it on normal, but I remember on Nightmare, I don't remember ever killing her. I just remember wasting a lot of time attacking her one time, and I said, you know what, I'm done with this. So I focused all my attention on Kageri. And I think that's pretty much the way to go, because if you kill Kageri, both of them are gone. It's that simple. My suggestion with this fight would be maybe you want to stun Watashi and then focus on Kageri. The other thing I would say is maybe just dodge Watashi and then focus on Kageri. And then the last thing would be is, if you can, just try to move into a position where you can shoot both of them at the same time. That's the perfect shot. But one of the things I do want to add to this is that when you see Watashi and she's following you around, it's kind of fascinating that it's a little unnerving and unsettling the way she walks, which kind of makes sense because it's not a real person. It's a doll that was never supposed to walk in the first place. So it's very unnatural, her movements and animation. And I believe that for the most part, this is really the only time this presents a challenge. I don't think when you're focusing on Kageri, I don't really think she's that difficult. So it's really the fact that you're having to pay attention to two ghosts at the same time. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this incredibly dark and depressing story of Kageri Sendou from Fatal Frame: Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. This story is just so small and minute in the grand scheme of the game. However, it really shows just how compelling the lore is, because you're literally just finding journal pieces explaining the story and the background of this character. It is a true testament in regards to Fatal Frame, how much effort is put into the smallest of things. Take care, and I'll see you next time.